Okay, well, somehow got out of that big drain, but now that I'm out here, I can sort of show y'all a little bit more what this actually is. So this is just a creek that flows all the way down over there, but there's a road right here that's going over the creek. So they just through these big old, like, like drainage pipes that just shoot out water from the creek on the other side of the big road that is right up there, and then it pulls up right here and keeps on going down the creek. And I filmed a video here before, and I caught some pretty insane things, and as well as some perfect sized little bait bluegill to catch some bass. But the first step is, of course, to try to catch some bait, which is obviously just going to hopefully be a couple worms. So I'm just gonna start flipping these until I find one or two.
One eternity later.
Haha. Well, there's one. I think I cut him in half, but there's one. That'll be perfect size to throw on a hook and catch a fish. Alright, well, I just dug up quite a few worms, threw them in this little, like, trash piece of styrofoam, and here is the tiny little rod that is actually cut in half just to be even smaller. And then we got the smallest bobber ever, a little split shot, and then a tiny, tiny hook right there. Oh, fish on. I got one. Finally. Dang. I don't know why that took so long, but that is a pretty fish. Okay, so what I actually ended up catching this fish on was just the plain bobber. I took the split shot off and the hook with some worms on it, and finally one took it. I knew there were fish in it, and this is actually perfect size for bass. Y'all let me know in the comments what kind of fish this actually is, because I think it's like a hybrid of green sunfish, bluegill, or something. I'm not too sure, but it's very pretty, so I'll go ahead and take him off the hook and throw him in the bait bucket. I'll just fill this up down here in the creek. That should be plenty. And drop this little sunfish right on in there, and now I'll do the same thing and hopefully get like 5 more of those. Okay, well, not too sure how, but I already ran out of worms on one single fish, so I'm gonna find a couple fat juicy ones and load up this little piece of styrofoam. There's them on in there. Here's another one, just as big as that last one. Oh! What the heck is this? Is this some kind of mutated snake? That thing's massive. There you go, boy. Woo! That guy might actually be just a bit too big to use as bait, and this is a purebred bluegill. This isn't no mix or anything, but I think even though it might be a little bit too big to fish with, I'm gonna go ahead and throw him in the bucket anyways and give it a shot. Yes! Woo. Okay, so far I've caught 4 fish. I've actually been here for like probably an hour. 2 of them are in the bucket, 1 of them's in my hand, and the other one actually jumped out of my hand, which is okay. He was actually a little bit too big anyways. But this guy right here is definitely a purebred green sunfish. Unhooked it, throw it in the bucket, and so y'all get the picture. We got 3 little baits in the bucket, all 3 different species. I'm gonna try to catch probably 3 or 4 more of those, and then get out here and head out to the pond. Alright, well, I think this guy right here that I just caught is the same species as the first little sunfish I caught, so he is also perfect size, so I'll go ahead and throw him in the bucket. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 fish in there. Alright, well, I've obviously just switched spots. The spot right down there, it's okay, but I was actually there for like an hour and I only caught 4 fish, so I've actually just walked down the creek to the next little deep hole, which is right here, and I'm hoping I can catch 3 or 4 more little bluegill before I take off. Oh, here we go. Alrighty, looks like just another purebred green sunfish, perfect size, so I'll go ahead and throw him in the bucket with the other 4 fish. I don't think y'all even saw that, but he's in the bucket. There we go. Looks like another just plain bluegill. I'll throw this in the bucket with the others. See if I can make it. Buckets. Oh, there we go. What we got? Alright, just another plain little bluegill, perfect size. Throw them in the bucket. I'm gonna go for one more and then probably call it and, dang it, head up to the bass fishing spot. There we go. There he is. And this is the last fish, at least I'm pretty sure. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 6 or 7. And this guy actually that I just grabbed is probably one of the prettiest little sunfish I've ever caught. Look at that thing. Alrighty, like I said, got about 6 or 7 little sunfish in there, but I was at least planning on making this little section of catching these guys combined with actually using them for bait, but this video is long enough as it is, so I'm going to end it here. Y'all can look forward to the video that is going to come out after this one of actually using all these fish to hopefully catch some monster bass. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Subscribe and I'll see y'all on the next one.